They say healing takes time, but try healing while raising 4 children. Try staying strong when your heart is still breaking. Try explaining to your child why their other parent is not present without telling them the full story too soon. Emotional abuse doesn't leave visible scars, but the damage is real. The silence is heavy, and the strength it takes to carry on, it's unimaginable. Yet somehow, you do it every single day. This is not just a story of survival, it's a story of strength, motherhood, and rising again. Hi everyone, I'm Anisha Nassali, and today I want to talk about something deeply personal and incredibly important: surviving emotional abuse while raising 4 children. When you leave an emotionally abusive relationship, the battle doesn't end, it just changes. Now, you're not only healing yourself, you're also trying to protect, guide, and nurture your children through the chaos they didn't choose. And let me tell you, it's been hard, messy, and exhausting. But it's also one of the most important and powerful things I ever did, and probably you'll ever do. If you found yourself in this place, trying to raise kids while rebuilding your own sense of peace, this video is for you. Let's talk about how to create stability, rebuild trust, protect your peace, and raise emotionally healthy children even after abuse. You know, emotional abuse doesn't always come in with a bang. It's not loud, not at first. It's not always about shouting or slamming doors. Sometimes it just whispers. It starts with the little things, a joke that stings, but it's brushed off as just teasing, or advice that somehow always leads to you doing exactly what they want. I'm only saying this because I care. They say, I just want the best for you. And before you know it, you're walking on eggshells in your own home. That's what happened with me. But when you're a parent going through this, or when you finally leave and look back, it doesn't just hurt because of what you're going through and what you went through and what you endured. It hurts because you know your children were there too. Those questions, they hit hard. Did they hear the fights? Did they see me cry myself to sleep? Did I unknowingly teach them that love means control? And that guilt, it can be overwhelming. It will sit in your chest and whisper that you failed them. But listen closely, because I need you to hear this. You didn't fail. I didn't fail. I did the best I could to protect them with the knowledge and strength I had at the time. And now you are doing the same thing that many of us struggle to do. You're helping them heal. That right there is bravery. It's how abuse affects children. I know sometimes you want to believe that kids didn't notice. The kids didn't notice. They were too young, right? You kept the worst behind closed doors, so they couldn't possibly understand. But here's the truth. Kids are incredibly intuitive. They don't need explanations to sense when something isn't right. They can feel the tension in the air, like static. They can hear your silence louder than your screams. And their reactions, they're not always obvious. Some might cry more, get angry, or withdraw. Others might become people pleasers, trying to keep the peace. Or they might become super independent, growing up too fast. And some, they might act like everything is fine, like nothing happened at all. The last one is often the hardest to spot and even harder to heal, because emotional abuse doesn't leave bruises. It leaves confusion, fear, and questions they might not even be able to put into words yet. So what do you need to do from now? Not perfection. They need safety. They need to feel loved without conditions. They need a home where they don't have to guess which version of you they're coming home to. And even if you're still healing yourself, you can give them that. I was able to do that with my kids. The first step, creating a safe home after chaos. The first step is to clean the clutter. It all starts with the small things. No one's asking you to turn into perfect, Pinterest-worthy parent. You don't need to have gourmet meals every night or spotless house. Just start with little anchors. Have dinner around the same time. Stick to a bedtime routine they can count on. A goodbye hug in the morning. A soft I love you at the end of the day. These simple rhythms, though small, become proof. Proof that life isn't unpredictable anymore. Proof that their world is safe. It isn't on the edge of collapse. Proof that love doesn't come with a price. And when they act out or shut down, it's not them being difficult, it's their trauma speaking. So when they cry, don't hush them. When they yell, try not to take it personally. Instead, you could say, I see you, I hear you, I'm not going anywhere. Even if they don't respond right away, even if it takes time, that emotional consistency is what helped me start to rebuild trust. Before I continue, let me know if you're getting value from this video by typing I see you in the comment section when you're trying to heal while parenting. You know what's surprising? Very few really talk about how hard it is to heal while raising kids. Like, you didn't get a pause button. Life didn't say, hey, take all the time you need to process your trauma. We'll hold off on the parenting and the bills and the school runs. Instead, you're wiping tears, sometimes theirs, sometimes yours, while trying to keep everything from falling apart. You're packing lunches with a lump in your throat, smiling through court date after court date, calming traumas while dealing with your own triggers. It's a lot. But let's be clear, taking care of you is part of taking care of them. And that's not selfish, that's survival. Therapies that can help for both you and your kids. Above all, in this moment, your children need you. Nonetheless, love is powerful, but sometimes love is not enough on its own, especially when the trauma runs deep. In this case, therapy can be a real game changer for both you and your child. For younger children, attachment-based therapy can help restore the bond between you and them. That bond may have been strained or fractured during the abusive period. It works gently, slowly rebuilding the trust and emotional closeness that every child needs. For older children, trauma-focused cognitive therapy, often called CBT, can be incredibly effective. It helps them make sense of what they've experienced, process difficult emotions, and learn healthy ways to manage things like anger, fear, or sadness. One of the most beautiful parts of healing through therapy is that there are options where you and your child can attend together. These sessions can create space for both of you to communicate more openly, rebuild trust, and understand each other in ways that weren't possible when chaos and fear were dominating your world. And as much as your children need healing, so do you. Please don't forget about yourself in the process. You deserve support too, whether it's individual therapy, parenting classes specifically created for survivors of abuse, or simply connecting with other people in a support group. You'll find strength in knowing that you're not alone. Okay, let's get into the part that no one wants to deal with, but so many of you are facing head on. Now the tough part. Co-parenting with someone who was emotionally abusive. Yeah, that part. It's messy, it's draining, and honestly, it's not fair. Because here you are, trying to heal, trying to protect your peace, trying to create something stable, rebuild something stable for your children. And meanwhile, the other parent is doing the same old things, still trying to twist the truth, still using your child to take little jabs at you, still showing up with manipulation disguised as parenting. It's like trying to co-parent with a storm cloud that follows you around even after you've left the storm. So what do? You set boundaries. Not the wishy-washy kind, but firm, clear ones. Keep conversations only about the kids. Not emotional back and forth. Not rehashing the past. And whenever you can, keep it in writing, texts, emails, something you can document. Not because you're petty, but because you're protecting your peace and your kids. Save everything. Screenshot if you need to. You're not being dramatic, you're being smart. And I know it's tempting to clap back, to defend yourself when they start telling lies or playing the victim. But try not to. Instead, focus on what you can control. Your home, your energy, your presence. Because here's the truth. Your kids will notice. They'll feel the difference between the home that feels heavy and the home that feels safe. Between the parent who plays the mind games and the one who shows up with steady, unconditional love. I won't sugarcoat it. It's hard. It wears you down. But over time, your peace will speak louder than their noise ever could. You don't have to fight for control. Just keep showing your kids what love actually looks like. Building a new life together. Now, maybe this isn't the life you dreamed of. You didn't picture raising your kids alone. You didn't sign up for the heartbreak, the healing, the heavy lifting it takes to rebuild after emotional abuse. But here you are. And while it's not what you planned, it's yours to shape now. You get to build something new, something that doesn't come with shouting behind closed doors or walking on eggshells to keep the peace. You get to create a home that feels safe, a home that feels honest, a home where love isn't confusing or conditional. It's just love. And I know it might not look grand from the outside. It might look like cereal dinners sometimes, messy rooms, days when you're just getting through. But then there are those little moments, the real ones. Reading a bedtime story while your child leans on your shoulder. Making pancakes in the morning. And my personal favorite, singing at the top of your lungs while dancing in the kitchen. And in that moment, you feel peace. And more importantly, you're creating a newer, happier you and newer, happier memories. Do share your experiences and tips for healing in the comment section to help all our silent warriors. And if you want more honest talk about toxic love and healing, hit the subscribe button. If you're afraid to leave, I've recorded a private video just for you. Please have a look in the description box below. There's a link right there. Sometimes you just need to hear it from someone who's actually been through it. So I'll see you in the next video. In the meantime, take care of yourself because you deserve it.